Oakland Athletics Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
The 2011 AL Central champions arrive in Oakland today, to the city where last year they won their first division title since 1987. Being so close to reaching the World Series, the Tigers went out and added one of the elite sluggers to a team loaded with talent. So far, the Tigers have shown no bite as they struggle around the 500 mark. May for the A's has shown that the boys can play. The mix of veterans and youth has mixed so well that they have surprised baseball with their all-around game. There's a shot to left, and that baby is gone! Walk-off grand slam for Inge. The A's win it 7-3. Can the Green and Gold's veteran ace sustain one of the AL's most lethal lineups? The A's open up a 4-game series against the Tigers. Next. The DET AT OAK Coliseum, the first of a 4-game series. The A's and the Tigers. Brandon Inge, a very popular guy before the game, talks to his old manager, Jim Leyland, and he is looking forward to this weekend. Bartolo Colon, he's looking forward to tonight, as the big guy will take them on against the Tigers. Tigers-A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. You saw Brandon Inge. He had a little extra jump in his step today, right, seeing a lot of his old friends. And how about the job he's done, Ray? 11 years with the Tigers. He's been with the A's just maybe a week, and he's had huge hits already.
Where do you want to start? Defense, offense?
Let's go defense.
Let's go defense,
right,
because he is a Gold Glove third baseman. He hasn't won one. He's won a Silver Slugger award, but this guy can play some third base, no doubt. Going into foul territory on his last road trip, did a tremendous job. He is the type of third baseman you want to solidify your defense. And, oh, by the way, he can swing the bat, too. Matt Moore on Sunday in Tampa Bay, a 3-run shot. That helped the A's take the lead. Of course, what he did Tuesday night with a walk-off grand slam. He said the ball got caught in the lights. He didn't know if he was going to hook foul. It didn't. It was hit too hard, but no doubt very happy. But the A's have to be extremely happy to have him playing third base and hitting the way he's been hitting.
And one of the biggest stories, if not the biggest story in the offseason, the Tigers signing Prince Fielder to a 9-year contract.
And Victor Martinez is going to be back. It's all because of Martinez with his knee surgery that the Tigers signed Prince Fielder, coming over from the Milwaukee Brewers. No doubt the 3-4 in the lineup with Cabrera and Fielder outstanding. They have the power, one from the right, one from the left. Fielder, no doubt, can hit a ball out of any part of any ballpark, but he is in the American League now. These pitchers have to worry about him. Also Albert Pujols. So some of the great National League hitters now playing in the American League.
And the Tigers heavy favorites to win the AL Central, but they're not playing great baseball. They are sitting at the 500 mark. The A's, a game over 500. The A's, they're playing good baseball. It's the big 4-game series here at the Coliseum. Max Scherzer and Bartolo Colon. That's your pitching matchup for Game 1. Lineups, the first pitch when we come back.
California is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Tigers and A's getting set to start a 4-game series. Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate. And here is the game time weather for tonight. It's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. A beautiful 69 degrees tonight at the ballpark. Not a cloud in the sky, and summer is moving in, and we're happy about that. So here's the lineup for the Detroit Tigers tonight. Austin Jackson in center, Andy Dirks in left. Then it's the big guys in the middle. Probably can't find two better ones. Cabrera and fielder, then Young, Avila, Rayburn, Bosch, and Santiago.
And Bartolo Colon on the mound for the Athletics tonight. And look back to his last start as he makes his 8th of the season. Last against the Tampa Bay Rays. He said his stomach didn't feel that great. So what does he do? Just gives up 3 runs. I mean, I'd like to say him, but he's really not feeling great. But he is a very good pitcher and 8-game winner against the Tigers in his career.
First pitch.
So Austin Jackson off to a good start, hitting .319 with 4 home runs. He hits it hard. Inge on the backhand, playing in, and he throws in time. 1 out.
Wow.
Here's the defense for the Smith, Reddick, Taylor in the outfield. Inge, Pennington, Weeks, Kaihui on the infield with Suzuki behind the plate. Check out this play by Inge to start the game.
Well, if there's ever a gold glove play by a third baseman in his first play against his former team, this is a double, folks, and that quickly Brandon Inge to his right sets himself. He's got a very strong arm, even with the speed of Jackson, gets him by plenty, but that is a double that he just robbed him.
Here's Andy Dirks. First pitch to Dirks is low. 40 straight games without an error at third base for Brandon Inge. Long pours a strike in there to Dirks. So the Tigers in town for the only time this year. Detroit comes to Oakland once. The A's go to Detroit once. Inge racing into foul territory, dives and it pops out of his glove.
Boy, he had it. Wow. Listeners ovation for him. The Tigers know him, and they're not surprised at this great effort. Ball just kept drifting, and watch his headlong dive, had it, and then popped out as he hit the ground. But what a great effort by Brandon Inge, and that's completely laying out, folks. That's not catching the ball and then diving. He left his feet, went for it, and if he catches it in the pocket, he hangs on. But the ball hit the side of the pocket, and he had that tarp waiting for it. So the Brandon Inge show already.
1-2 to Dirks. Emergency swing, fouls it back. The A's will go to Detroit at the end of the year. September 18th, 19th, and 20th. So see the Tigers fairly early and then late in the season. And that one's hit to right. That's hit deep. Taylor's back, and it is gone. Andy Dirks with a solo home run, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
An off-speed pitch with a couple of strikes, and you have seen Bartolo Colon use the two-seamer. This one is supposed to be away, and it was right down the middle at 83 miles per hour. And Dirks, I'd say, that got his bat speed perfectly, and no doubt. And that's before Cabrera and field.
First pitch to Cabrera is low. So Dirks gives the Tigers the 1-0 lead. Career numbers versus the Tigers: 8 wins, 9 losses, a little bit of a high ERA. Cabrera loops one into right field for a base hit. Cabrera's been struggling. Boy, you do not want to wake him up, especially with a 4-game series. He does get the base hit there. And here comes the big guy, Prince Fielder.
Well, he's such a good hitter going to all fields, and that ball in on his hands, stayed inside the ball, and he is about 20 pounds lighter than he was last year, of course, moving from first base to third base. I said between Fielder and Cabrera, first and third, combined over 500 pounds weight. They could also hit a lot of home runs, drive in a lot of runs.
Prince Fielder with 5 home runs, 15 RBIs so far this year. This is game number 31 for the Tigers. 38 and 120 last year. So 6 full seasons in Milwaukee, and each and every one of them terrific. Big chopper, Weeks charges, big hop, goes to second to throw a bit high, but Pennington stays in there, and Fielder, for a big man, moves pretty well, and he just beats the throw. Pennington had everything to do to keep his foot on the mat.
That's a great play by Pennington, and then even better to try to double up Prince Fielder, who, like you said, does run well. And Cabrera did not go out of the base path to try to get to Pennington. Prince Fielder, he can motor. He's in Motor City right now. You never know what can result from a hustle play like that.
So here's Delman Young. Pennington, did he stay on with his foot?
Well, Mr. Rogers is still in the neighborhood. Right. You know, that's all that matters. And I think he at least came close enough.
Yeah.
That play will very rarely be called against an infielder.
Pennington flips it to weak side, retired solo home run by Andy Dirks. So a half an inning in the books. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. For tonight, it will start with Weeks, then Pennington, Reddick, Gomes, Smith, Inge, Kaihue, Suzuki, and Taylor.
Well, it is Max Scherzer on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. He has faced the Athletics a total of twice. Once in Detroit, once here at the Coliseum, but on the season, he is 1-3 and with a very high earned run average. But if he gets 9 runs run support, then, you know, that's pretty good. He wins 9-6 every game. Good pitcher, though. Boy, the A's can look back to 2010 at Comerica Park. Unbelievably, 5 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts. That's not a lot of work for the infielders and outfielders for that many Ks.
First pitch to Weeks is a bit high. Once Scherzer's on, he is tough. Facing Weeks, Pennington, and Reddick, top 3 for the A's.
Basically, fastball, 2 and 4 seam fastball. He'll throw it about 94, and then a slider and a changeup. But pretty good control.
Scherzer's first start of the year, he got hammered, 7 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings, so that obviously hurt his ERA big time. But his last start against the White Sox, he got a no decision, but it was by far his best start of the year. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. Two and 1 to Weeks. Pop-up foul. I guess he went to work with the pitching coach, Jeff Jones, and made a few adjustments in his windup, and it worked. So he feels like he's back on track. Max Scherzer, 27 years old. He's 6'3", 220-pounder. Two and 2 to Weeks, hitting 197 with a couple of home runs. Shoots that one foul. Scherzer, that big 3-team trade with the Tigers, the Diamondbacks, and the Yankees, and there were some good names tossed around. Well, Scherzer was part of that. Originally with the Diamondback. That was in December of 2009, that big trade. That was Granderson and Ian Kennedy, Edwin Jackson involved. Dribbler foul. Scherzer was originally a first-round draft pick of the Diamondbacks.
Kennedy, no doubt, has done an unbelievable job with the Diamondbacks.
Granderson, good fit in New York. Austin Jackson. Tigers are happy to have him. Bounce towards second. Rayburn has it, and they just get Weeks. That was extremely close. Tigers defense, Dirks, Jackson, Bosch in the outfield. Cabrera, Santiago, Rayburn, and Fielder on the infield with the all-star from last year, Alex Avila, behind home plate.
Well, how about just running hard on a routine play, and Rayburn took his time at second and almost had Jamal Weeks beat out a routine ground ball to second. That will speed up the guys for the rest of this game and the rest of the weekend. Get them thinking about it. And they better think about it, because one thing the A's hitters do is run hard home to first.
.1-0 to Cliff Pennington. Swing and a miss. 93 miles an hour. 217 for Pennington with a homer, 6 RBIs, and he's got a home run against Scherzer.
Scherzer pitched well in Detroit, but not so well here at the Coliseum in his other start.
Reddick waits in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the first. Maybe Dirks with a home run for the Tigers in the top of the first for the only run. He's a game over 500, 16 and 15 coming in, 7 and 8 at home. And they've won 5 of their last 7. Two pitch. Anthony, strike 3 call. Pretty good pitch from Scherzer. So that's out number 2.
Well, Mike Everett likes the low strike tonight, and that is a good strike. It's not necessarily a low one. It is at the knees, and a pitch that too close to take with a couple of strikes. And it's something that hitters will have to be aware of.
That's Mike Everett calling the balls and strikes. Tim Welke is the crew chief. He's at second base tonight. It's a 4-game series, so all those gentlemen will get their turn behind home plate.
They like the fact that you call them gentlemen.
Sure, they are gentlemen, as far as I know. Matt Weiss says they're gentlemen.
Oh, Matty knows. He takes care of all the umpires.
If Matt tells me something, it's gold. 0-2 to Reddick, 6 homers, 14 RBIs. Really settled into the 3 spot in the A's lineup. And 3 pitches, Reddick strikes out. So Scherzer with a couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Tigers after 1. 1-0 Tigers, second inning. It'll be Avila, Rayburn, and Bosch against Bartolo Colon. Dirks with the home run. So Colon, his last start, as Ray said, he gave up just the 3 runs, but all 3 were solo home runs. We've talked about it all year. Colon is a strike thrower, and if you're a strike thrower, you will give up some home runs. As long as they're not the 3-run homer, those are the ones that hurt you. A couple of home runs by Avila against Colon in his career. .250 with 4 home runs this year for Alex Avila with the breakout season last year.
But not only swinging the bat, but definitely his work behind the plate. Outstanding catcher. Matt Wieters took the Gold Glove, but Alex Avila, one of the quickest release from behind the plate, throwing out base runners, and his accuracy is unbelievable.
There's a liner. Weeks dives. He cannot quite get it. So Avila with the leadoff single here in the second inning. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Lowe's. Visit MLB.com/fan guide for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 this year at a Major League Baseball World Series game presented by Scott's, the official lawn care company. Who's going to be in it? Tigers think they're going to be in it. Confident group. Not playing real well right now, but a confident group. Here's Rayburn. Tigers won the AL Central last year by 15 games. They were 95-67, so they blew away the rest of the division.
Kurt Suzuki protecting his left hand, but couldn't protect his face and his mask. Got yesterday off, but needed it badly after taking a beating.
Off Colon to Weeks. He grabs it. He flips to Pennington. Out at second, safe at first. So Rayburn will be aboard on the fielder's choice. Colon deflected it, and luckily it was right toward Weeks.
Well, he went over toward second base and had to go back a little bit, still flipped back, and the speed of Rayburn able to beat it out. That would have been an unbelievable double play to turn. Cliff Pennington again really threw up his hands, almost hit his hand.
So 1 out for Brennan Bosch. Big, powerful left-handed hitter.
Well, he missed the fun time for the Tigers last year with an injury. He was on the disabled list. But a very good outfield. Question is for the Tigers signing Prince Fielder, what, 9 years? When Victor Martinez does come back, he's under contract for a few more years.
And Bosch had thumb surgery in September.
A Cal guy who's always looking forward to coming back to the area.
Born in Southern California, but came up north to be a Golden Bear. Brennan Bosch. Last year, 283, 16 homers, 54 RBIs. Rayburn with the lead at first. This one hit very high, left field. Smith going back onto the warning track, and he's got it for out number 2.
Well, we're showing a lot of things that Bartolo Colon's given up. A lot of guys trotting around the bases. This guy hits him the best. Santiago's got 11 hits and 20 at-bats.
Yep.
So I think pitcher occasion like this, he knows the numbers he has against certain teams, and I think it's a tremendous challenge. He throws his normal pitches and gets the movement that he's looking for, no doubt that he's going to get the ground balls, which he already has tonight.
Santiago, a slow start. He's playing shortstop. Johnny Peralta getting the night off. Santiago, very good backup infield. You got to have in your team. Good enough that the Tigers re-signed him as a free agent. They re-signed him and gave him a 2-year contract. So valuable. Weeks handles a very tough out, gets it up around the chest, and he retires. Santiago. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Gomes, Smith, and Inch. 1-0 Detroit.
With you with MLB.TV. Subscribe today to see every A's out-of-market game live online in HD quality. Features include choice of home and away broadcast, multi-game viewing with the Mosaic View, and the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere.
Not just on your computer.
Oh, any device.
How about on your phone?
Phone, iPad, computer, home.
That's right. If you're interested in watching a game,
no excuses.
MLB TV
That's right.
has it covered.
There is no excuses whatsoever.
1-1 to Johnny Gomes, leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning.
Coco Crisp on the disabled list with the inner ear infection, and we hope he's recovering nicely. Johnny Gomes getting more playing time, especially against righties. Seth Smith is playing in tonight's game, and Johnny is the DH. Kai Hui at first base. So Bob Melvin, as always, putting together a lineup, trying to figure out the best way to win a game, and he's got different parts, different places in the lineup.
Outside corner, strike 3 called. 3 straight strikeouts for Scherzer.
You know, the windup is Scherzer, and I think he did the same thing in Detroit, where it's the big windup, the follow through, the right leg goes up in the air, but really kind of short arm after he starts his windup and then delivers a pitch.
12-game winner in 2010, 15-game winner last year.
You have Justin Verlander leading the staff. I think the other 4 guys just want to try to come close. It's very difficult to come close to matching him. As we see Verlander on Sunday. MVP and Cy Young Award winner from last year. There he is, just watching.
Well, it's pretty good rotation with Verlander and Scherzer and Porcello And Pfister, who's now back pitching, who's on the disabled list. Smiley, a youngster. Two and one to Seth Smith, hitting .203 with a couple of home runs. That division winning season last year, that was the first time the Tigers have won the division since 1987.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is amazing.
And wild card winners in 06 whenever the A's played them in the league championship series. Twins won the division that season, 2006.
Smith with the 1-out walk. Well, this is that game when Scherzer struck out 14. And he was just humping it in there, boy.
113 pitches, and you see, well, that the strike zone did get a little wide. I remember that part of it, but there's no doubt you strike out 14, 5 2/3. So basically, that's 17 batters that you're facing. He walked 4, struck out 14 through 113 pitches.
Here's Inge, way outside.
You know, if they didn't count pitches, he might have set a record.
Yeah.
20 is Clemens and Kerry Wood.
Yeah. Well, that was after the game. Jack Cuss said he threw a pitch that I've never seen before. It was a rising cutter. And if you look back at that game, he did throw a couple of those. Yeah. So he's got a little bit of unpredictable movement. He's a great manager. He'll be a Hall of Fame manager someday.
I think so.
Or in the Hall of Fame someday, I should say. Inge skies one, foul territory. Cabrera coming over. He's got lots of room in front of the A's dugout. He makes the catch.
Well, he just missed that. Just got under it. Got a hanging slider.
Batting in the 7th position, first baseman, number 25.
Pulled off just a little bit, got under it, and that was a good swing that I think he'd like to have all over again. He knows with the foul territory here that's going to be in play.
So here's Kaiahue stepping in, hitting .266 with 4 RBIs. Remember in 2009, the Tigers actually had a 1-game playoff against the Twins that they lost. If I remember correctly, it was kind of a wild game at the Metrodome, was it not?
It was.
Questionable call by an umpire. I think it was on Brandon Inge. Remember,
he was hit
with the bases loaded, and they said he wasn't hit. Ended up, I think the Twins scored in extra innings and won the game. A lot of controversy surrounding that. That was 2009.
The controversy was that they blew a lead. I mean,
that's true.
Big lead.
They had a big lead. Yeah.
Last weekend, and just couldn't win. Took it to the playoff.
So that was a disappointing finish. Won it last year and then beat the Yankees in the divisional series. And lost to the Rangers in the championship series. That's the scorecard given out tonight to everybody. It's Throwback Thursday at the Coliseum. Come in with a ticket, you get a scorecard, you get a bag of peanuts. And it's throwback time. You keep score today. Now that's welcome to 2012. Wow. I'm going to keep score with my iPad.
It's probably an app for keeping score. You probably you probably touch it and it tells you what to do.
Yeah. Or maybe it's audio activated and they hear what the announcers are saying and then they fill it in. That is unbelievable. There you go. So that's a nice thing the A's are doing this year. Every Thursday home game, Throwback Thursday. Keep score.
That one's drilled. Right center and deep. Jackson's back. That baby is gone.
Oh, nice warm night, Ray. Good carry, and that ball was hit a ton.
I just think it's a matter of time with the aggressiveness of Keila Kaihui that he was going to get into one, and that was no rising cutter. That was a four-seam, 3-1, 94-mile-an-hour fastball that was crushed. So a one-out walk, a two-run home run, and that quickly, the difference, Colon gave up a solo, Scherzer gave up a two-run shot. He gave up 5 runs in 5 innings in the start here. In his start last year, Scherzer did. So Keila gets his first of the season.
So the A's grab the lead. Here's Suzuki. It's great to see Kurt back in the lineup. I would say he deserved a couple days off. Yeah. Sore hand and all.
To see that Kaihui, and those are the numbers that no doubt Bob Melvin was familiar with when he put the lineup, the matchups and what players do against certain pitchers and or teams. In the case of Kaihui, he's 3 before tonight, and there's your 94 fastball right down the middle. What a great aggressive swing by Kaihui. Great follow through. Ball shot off his bat almost like the other guy wore number 25 for many years here. About 11 seasons worth, hitting a lot of home runs. And then Mark McGuire.
Suzuki drives one, but Jackson is going to get there, and he's got it side retired. Keila Kaihui, a long home run deep to right center field. Good looking swing. A's lead 2-1 after 2. At 10:30 on our sister station Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Reaction from the A's clubhouse. Rookie 49ers report and the Western Watch. All the highlights from the AL West. Scott Reese, Damon Andrews will host. We love that guy right there.
That was great.
We love that guy.
That was some great music between innings.
Playing the organ, and that's another thing they do on Throwback Thursdays. They have organ music, and I got to tell you, I would have no problem if that guy played every night.
Well, and also since it's throwback, you've noticed in the music, Diamond Vision playing Motown music. I mean, that's some good stuff.
Right up your alley.
Players didn't like it during batting practice because it's not really thrown back. They weren't even born.
Jackson bounces a single into right field. So a leadoff hit for the Tigers leadoff man.
Well, the ball started outside, but it's not the two-seam fastball that Colon threw so effectively against one of his former teams, the Angels, where he threw it harder and backdoor. Two-seamer and stayed in the middle of the plate. So pretty good approach by the Tigers going to the opposite field, the right-handers.
Here's Dirks, who homered in the first. Takes outside. You know, it's not good, Ray, when the players don't even know what Motown is.
I know. Gio Gonzalez did.
They don't know what they're missing.
That's the amazing thing with Gio. When Gio was pitching and the pitcher got to select the music and walk in the clubhouse, he got Motown on, and Gio Gonzalez said, "Your dad wasn't even born when they played Motown, but still liked it."
Cabrera and followed by Fielder. That's who's up next. So this is where things get dicey with the Tigers. It's going to be that way for a while with the two big sluggers in the middle of that lineup.
Bartolo Colon so far the first 2 innings, 5 ground ball outs, and that's good because if he can get the guys to hit the ball on the ground, the infielders are alert and trying to turn a double play. I want the long fly that Dirks hit in his first at bat.
There's a line drive base hit right field. Taylor charges. Jackson stops at second. So that's 5 hits against Cologne so far in the ball game.
Well, this is the home run that Dirks hit. It's 1-2 pitch, and it was an off speed and a bad location, and it was not a cheap one. It was hit hard.
Well, here's Cabrera. There you go. 7 this year, all solo. Pitch there off speed, drops in at the knees to Cabrera. It's amazing. Miguel Cabrera, around a long time. He's only 28 years old from Venezuela.
Well, such a smart hitter, a very strong hitter, and even losing 20 pounds, he didn't lose his power.
He shoots that one right field, and that's trouble, and that is going to drop fair off the wall. Jackson scores. They're going to get Dirks to third and hold him there, but that's what makes Cabrera so special is he has no problem going the other way, and he doubles home Jackson, so we're tied.
7 pitches, 3 hits, a run, second and third, nobody out. And you're right. Watch this, stays inside, and that ball down like an off-speed pitch, leg kick, and it came close to going out. That's how hard the ball was hit. One hopped off the wall.
So here's Prince Fielder, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Inside, I would say Cabrera's off-field power as good as anybody we've seen in a long time. There you go. 13 hits to the opposite way and 8 to center field. Prince Fielder bounces one. Kaihue has a kick off his glove, and everybody's going to be safe. A run scores, and the Tigers lead 3-2. The A's do not get anybody on the play. See what the ruling is on that.
Well, it's hit hard, and Fielder actually did a very good job hitting the ball to the right side, not only to get a run in, but advancing Cabrera to third base. And the thing is, Jamal Wiggs was pretty close to being in the position to make the play. But Kaihue ranging to his right. No RBI?
Should be an RBI on that, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
So it goes as an E3. Delman Young takes outside.
Well, the infield was playing back. So
playing back.
Ground ball.
He was coming.
Yeah.
So first and third, nobody out. Delman Young, the hitter. He hits one high, right field, long run for Taylor, headed for the bullpen, and it drops just in front of the first row of seats. So, single, double air, and the Tigers have scored twice. Hey, Tigers offense has really not gotten completely rolling yet. They're 10th in the American League in runs scored so far. So I would imagine they feel like they'll improve on that.
I think they've started tonight. I think they're pretty good so far in the first 3 innings.
30 home runs coming in, so 31 now. Those numbers coming into tonight's action. Just 8 stolen bases. But they do have some guys who can run. Jackson. And I think when it's all said and done, they'll be a pretty good offensive team. So 2-2 the count to Delman Young, who bounced out to short in the first inning. Rolled over toward the A's dugout.
Well, the Tigers have not been fooled at all so far tonight. And last inning, a good one for Cologne, but well, this inning it just seems like they're on everything. Second time through the batting order, and it started with Jackson at the top, singling, and still nobody out.
Home and road splits for Cologne. There's a shot center field. That's a base hit. Cabrera trots home. Prince fielder, and the ball rolls past Reddick, and everybody's going to advance. He just reached down to pick it up, and he missed it. So give Delman Young a single and an RBI, and it's going to be an error on Reddick.
Well, it was just a base hit, a hanging breaking ball that Young hit hard, but it was just going to drive in 1 run. Bad pitch. See if it snaked on him a little bit.
May have.
Missed it. Yeah, but yeah, it just snaked.
It did,
yeah,
sure.
That's really have to be concerned with the way the ball snakes in the outfield.
So why does the ball snake? Is it how it comes off the bat?
No, it's the way the grass is cut.
So it's the grass.
And it's every stadium. It's not Playwood doing it. It's just the way the grass is cut, and when the ball just doesn't roll straight. It's not like a putting green where the grass is the same. It has a different, where you can just look at it and see how it is cut. But you have to really pay attention, and you know, it's something that can be dangerous. You know, sometimes you get in the outfield and roll the ball just to see what's going to happen, but that's not surprising.
Still nobody out here is Avila. And he rips one right center. Long run for Reddick. Still going. He's not going to get it. Goes all the way to the wall. And 2 runs are going to score. Avila at second with a double. So Bartolo Colon is getting knocked around big time here in the 3rd inning. 6-2 Tigers.
Well, it's almost like they're swinging knowing what's coming, but location's not very good for Bartolo Colon. Not surprising. Bullpen getting loose. So Kealakahua giving the A's a 2-1 lead, but very quickly the A's are trailing 6-2.
Jordan Alberto starts to throw. Here's Rayburn. 5 runs, 5 hits in the inning. Rayburn reached out a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Rayburn playing second base. Remember, that's where Brandon Inge played. Brandon started on the disabled list, but when he did come back, he knew he was going to be playing second base, with Cabrera taking over at third. Went off to a slow start offensively, and he was released on the 26th of April by the Tigers. Taylor coming in, and Michael Taylor makes the catch.
Still surprised at Brandon Inge's talents. That I think there are 3 or 4 clubs that were looking for third baseman. That why a trade could not have been made.
I was thinking the same thing. Was he that bad for? He only played a handful of games with the Tigers.
He had to know that last year he played with mononucleosis, or tried, lost about 14-15 pounds, and as he was saying that this year when he swings as he did last Sunday and Tuesday night hitting the home runs, he said now when I make contact, hit a ball, I've got something behind it. He said last year with weight loss and trying to play hurt and sick, just was not there.
Right, he played 9 games and had 20 at bats for the Tigers, and they let him go. Bit of a surprise. Bosch shoots one left field, and it is a fair ball. Short hops the wall. Run's going to come in to score. Bosch with a stand-up double. 7-2 Detroit. It's just not much there for Cologne. And Melvin's coming out. Six runs in the inning, and when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change. Tune up and Smog experts.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Well, Bartolo Colon, not good tonight. Knocked out in the 3rd inning. No walks, no strikeouts. And the A's are trailing 7-2. 1 out. Bosch at second base. Here's Santiago. He's the 9th man to hit in this inning. The first pitch from Norberto is way inside. It's been a good season so far for Jordan Norberto. He's become a valuable part of the A's bullpen. The A's still carrying the 4 left-handers. Blevins, Fuentes, Norberto, and Figueroa, which may be a little unconventional, but you saw the numbers for Norberto against right-handed hitters.
Well, you look for the best pitchers, whether the lefties, righties, and you're happy to have 2 lefties in your bullpen. The A's are fortunate to have 4. And I think we had a pretty good idea. It might not be the night for Bartolo Colon when Jackson hit the bullet. He was backhanded by Brandon Inge at 3rd. And just left too many pitches up and really didn't have the velocity that we have seen with his 2-seam fastball moving it around. He may ask Skip to start Sunday. through so few pitches. And
44 was the total pitch count. There's the right-handed hitters hitting just 133. Inge can't get it, and that's a fair ball. Broken bat. Here comes Bosch. He's going to dig in and score, and Santiago has an RBI double, and it just continues. It's now 8-2.
Well, he did not want the inherited runner to score, but he does. And the ball, Brandon just went too far off the line, no chance to get to it. And just sometimes miracle plays can happen, but definitely not this time.
So back to the top of the order, and Austin Jackson. First pitch is a strike. So Santiago gets his 5th RBI. 4 doubles in this inning. Jackson skies one foul. Seven hits, 7 runs. Toward Reddick in center, and Josh is under it. He's got it. A little bit of a mock cheer for the second out.
Well, they're saying fans with a mock will be cheering loudly when the A's come back again. Right?
Exactly.
Oh.
Now batting.
Just shut him down, Roberto, the bullpen, and somebody get a win.
Here's Andy Dirks, who's had a good night, a homer and a single, and he has scored twice. The inning started with back-to-back singles by Jackson and Dirks. And there's a fastball for a strike. 93 miles an hour from Roberto. Blocked by Kurt Suzuki.
See, when Johnny Dasco was filling in for Ken Corey, Ken is back. It would have been Johnny's inning, the third. Now that Ken is back, Vince Catrono's he's got this wonderful top of the third inning.
See, but we'd be able to tell Johnny Dasco, Johnny, this is all your fault, and right. There would be a part of him that would actually believe it.
Oh, he would definitely believe it.
And then Johnny would ask us later on, was it really my fault? Yep, Johnny, it was. Vince knows better. Can only do so much. Close pitch, 3-1 to Dirks.
The oldest saying goes, if we could control everything that went on the field from up here,
what would we be doing?
Yeah. Maybe growing a beard. Jordan Roberto.
Seeing a few more beards around Major League Baseball. And there's the walk.
The question is, has V Beard changed his look since he's out?
I don't know. Change his luck.
Look.
Luck and look. Yeah. So here's Miguel Cabrera again. He doubled into the right field corner earlier this inning. 12th man to bat. Cabrera swing and a miss. Well, you just got to go back to that game against the Minnesota Twins. What was the score? Is it 11-1? No, I don't remember what the score was when they started the comeback. 12-2.
Yeah.
What was that? 09? A's were down here at the Coliseum. They came back and won. There's another one bounced off the glove of Pennington. Another run scores. Dirks goes to third, and Cabrera has 3 hits and 2 RBIs. It's 9-2. It is now a full nightmare inning.
Yeah. Cliff Pennington, good effort trying to knock the ball down. He almost did. He's saying slapped the glove because he got a glove on the ball and trying just to keep the ball in the infield. Probably was not going to get an out. That would have saved a run, but I can see infielders even at this type of game diving, thinking that they knock the ball down, run will not score.
First pitch to Prince Fielder is outside. So 8 of the 9 hitters in the Tigers lineup have scored a run in this inning.
Let's hope Rayburn doesn't hit again in this inning to give him a chance to score. He's the only one that hasn't.
That's right. And he made the first out of the inning. And now Prince Fielder is sitting on a 2-0 count. That one a strike at the knees. Fielder does not agree with Mike Everett. Dirks at third, Cabrera at first. Outfield plays Prince Fielder straight away. Pennington swung around behind second base. Misses badly, 3-1. Roberto snaps at the throwback to him, a little frustrated. And that one's driven. Reddick in center is going to get back there. He reaches up, makes the catch, and the inning's over. It's an 8 spot for the Tigers. Bottom of the third, coming up 9-2 Detroit.
Fleece blanket presented by the Bay Area News Group. Stay warm at A's night games all season long with this great throwback item. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. This is Throwback Thursday. Why didn't they have this throwback item tonight? Huh?
That will double it up.
Or it should have been Throwback Friday.
Sure.
With the throwback item.
Or you could just come out and get a blanket tomorrow night.
I didn't do that in a couple of weeks.
Talk about the great comeback from the night before.
That's right. Sit out on the grass with the fireworks. Yankees, you know how big a crowd there's going to be for that Yankees game and fireworks? There'll be so many people in the field. Got to get down on the field early.
Probably about 35,000.
Probably.
It's just a guess. Not basing it on anything. Taylor takes a big rip, fouls it back. 0-2. Taylor, Weeks, and Pennington against Max Scherzer. He's got a little bit of breathing room. 9-2, the Tigers lead. First at bat for Taylor. And he hits it on the ground toward the shortstop. Throws to first in time, 1 out. Only runs for the A's so far is Kila Kaiahui's 2-run homer. That was last inning.
Now batting, second baseman, number 19.
In hindsight, maybe that shouldn't have happened. It may be upset the Tigers hitters. They figured you can't take the lead. The Tigers came out the next half. No shutdown inning for Bartolo Colon.
That was not a shutdown.
No. That. You know, throughout this season, there have been some games. The A's have been down 11-1 in Boston. Last road trip came back to make a game out of it. And one thing you could say about the A's, they will not quit. Players usually don't, but they get a 3-run home run in the game against his former team. Made it 11-6. I think in games like that, this pitcher with a big lead, he starts thinking about, I cannot blow this. You know, it's incumbent on me to get through this and pitch well because guys have given me all this run support.
Well, it may sound strange, but it may be easier to pitch with like maybe a 4-2 lead as opposed to a 9-2 lead. Two and 1 to Weeks, who bounced out to the second baseman, and this one is dropped into left field for a base hit. Weeks shoots one the other way.
And you could say Jamal Weeks hit the ball like it was thrown. Off speed, up, and Jamal just guided the ball left field. That's a great job of hitting. Not trying to pull the ball, line drive opposite field, and that's something that Jamal is doing more and more. He's done it since a week ago Tuesday when the A's were at Fenway Park in Boston. More line drives.
So Weeks had 4 hits in the 2-game series against the Blue Jays. His first hit tonight. Weeks takes off and no throw. Like the ball popped out of the glove of Avila, so it's a stolen base for Jamal Weeks.
Avila was not going to have a chance, but he's going to come out throwing anyway. Jamal with a tremendous jump, and not take this young man behind the plate lightly because he comes out ready to throw. Just tried to backhand the ball, could not hang on. But good aggressive base running by Jamal Weeks.
8 steals, tied for first. One hopper toward Prince Fielder. He'll flip to Scherzer, who covers the bag. So that's out number 2 with Weeks going to third. So Jamal Weeks with 8 steals, tied for first in the American League. And
Center fielder.
that's pretty impressive simply because he has not hit a lot.
Yeah.
If there's any doubt, he's a guy who could steal 50.
Easily, yeah. That's all the more incentive with his ability to steal bases to get on base, and hitting line drives the way he did in this at bat. It's the way to do it.
So Reddick looking for a 2-out RBI hit. Reddick struck out swinging in the first inning. Nasty pitch there. You saw Scherzer's first pitch to Reddick was 95. That one at 86.
Good changeup, went straight down.
And there's the 95 being under the hands, and it's 1-2. This is what we were saying before, Ray. If Scherzer's on, He can be tough. Yeah. Just sometimes gets a little erratic. So 1-2 the count. Foul tip. Hung on that one, 97 miles an hour. Reddick slams his bat and helmet down. He strikes out for the second time. As I said, AT&T. Who are the 3 winning pitchers for the A's in extra innings in the first 3 walk-off grand slams in Oakland history? Happened in 73, in 80, and in 90. Ray remembers the 73 walk-off.
Sure I do.
You do. You were there. You may have been on base. You probably beat out an infield hit, keep the rally going. Waited for the guy who hit it at home plate.
You go back 39 years.
Yep.
And remember what happened?
Yep.
How about you?
You were a big leaguer.
You tell us the answer, and then I'll remember. I think that would be great to find out who that was.
We're going to find out. Well, we'll find out who the winning pitcher was. Swing and a miss by Delman Young. Walk-off grand slams in Oakland A's history. Well, there you go. Gene Tennis did it in 1973. Couple 4 big men. Remember Mark Ellis? That was against the Angels.
Remember Brandon Inge? Just seems like it just happened.
A couple days ago, it feels like. So Gene Tennis in 73. One out for Alex Avila, who's got a single, a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Roberto, the first pitch strike. Funny, last year, the Tigers signed Victor Martinez. Very good player. I think they signed him to do quite a bit of DHing, but also do some catching. And then Alex Avila started playing so well, and it was Avila's job, and he made the All-Star team. Strikes out there for the second out.
Jordan Alberto, after a first pitch fastball, 2 very hard sliders, and good job staying with the same pitch. And Avila, a different swing that he had against Bartolo Colon, but excellent pitches by Alberto.
So Rayburn steps in. Cochran does not have a hit in Prince Fielder, the two Tigers without hits. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Burton. So he's settled in here in the fourth inning.
Change up, and Roberto to win a ball, wanted to be a starter, and he may get an opportunity to pitch some innings in this game.
Yeah, he's a starter right now.
Hey, Kurt Suzuki, that last pitch bounced about 4 feet in front of home plate. Just watching him try to catch the ball, that left hand will no doubt still hurt, because if he tries to catch it straight on, it's kind of taken to the side and run a little bit on it.
Boy, that's got to be hard.
It is
trying
hard
to catch and then catch it in just the right spot every time.
Well, even catching it with the ball hitting the glove, taking the hand back, it's hard on the hand, the wrist, where you got hit not only with pitched baseballs but also the backswing by Jose Bautista.
Driven to center, but Reddick gets back. He's got it side retired. Roberto with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Gomes is going to lead it off 9-2 Detroit. Eight runs, and that was in the third inning, so they lead the game 9-2. Gomes, Smith, and Inge against Scherzer, who has 4 strikeouts. He allowed 2 hits. Kaihui with a 2-run homer. Breaking ball, and Gomes swings and misses. Gomes struck out looking in the second inning. Action in the bullpen for the Athletics. The right-hander Jim Miller gets up. Roberto settled in, but boy, you don't want him to throw too much and then you lose him for the rest of the series.
Well,
Miller's a guy who can give you 2-3 innings.
Right, and that's one thing we've had. We've seen these games where Bob Melvin has made sure that he does not wear everybody out to the point that will not be available. I mean, I guess you could say let one guy pitch and save the rest of the bullpen. But guys need work, and it's a good opportunity to get them work.
Well, just looking too, Ray. I don't see an off day till the 24th of May.
It's the A's Community Fund Golf Tournament. That's not an off day.
Gomes, shallow left center. And it's going to be Jackson, the center fielder, who makes the catch. So that's out number 1. So here's our AT&T trivia answer. Who are the 3 winning pitchers for the A's in extra innings in the first 3 walk-off grand slams in Oakland history? In 73, Catfish Hunter. 1980, Mike Norris. 1990, Dave Stewart. And, of course, the thing that stands out, all 3 complete games. How about that?
Exactly. 14-inning pitch for Mike Norris. How about that?
It's nothing. Billy Martin said that's nothing.
That's right. Well, Michael probably took them out, and they said to the bullpen, just stay here on the bench. Michael's going to pitch the whole game. And wouldn't let the guys go to the bullpen and warm up. Because there were so many complete games. Billy Martin's crew with Billy Ball.
Seth Smith rips one into left center for a hit.
Okay, so there's a 1-out single. It was a 1-out walk by Seth Smith at the second. So if we do this every 4 innings, need to do it every 5, because that means the A's win 10-9. That's kind of who he hits 5 home runs and drives it 10.
Josh Hamilton, who? So Inge steps in. He fouled out to the third baseman Miguel Cabrera in the second inning. That was a line foul, breaking ball that was very hittable.
I just think we should show a replay of the security guard getting out of the way with his chair. Maybe using the chair to bat the baseball down. Brandon Inge likes to extend his arms. We saw it with the 3-run home run in the grand slam. We just saw it on a pretty good swing from Scherzer.
Scherzer keeps that breaking ball low, and it's 1-1. So that's schedule stretch for the A's. It is starting with the Tuesday night game against the Blue Jays. It is 16 consecutive games for the Athletics, and then a day off, and then 6 more in a row. Prince Fielder learning all about the foul territory situation. So it's a interesting stretch for the Athletics. Next week the road trip, 2 in Anaheim, 2 in Texas, 3 in San Francisco, and then home to the Angels and the Yankees. But still, this game and 3 more against these Detroit Tigers. Inge hits it hard toward third. Cabrera has it, guns it to second for 1, and that is a double play. 5-4-3, the Tigers turn it. Inge is retired, and we're through 4, 9-2 Detroit.
7,500 kids will receive an A's cap driven by Chevrolet before the A's take on these Detroit Tigers at 5:05. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. A lot of giveaway stuff this weekend. It's a nice cap following the fleece blanket, and best thing could happen, the A's get some wins. Start tonight with a big comeback.
Leading off for Detroit, number 26.
New pitcher for the Athletics. It's the right-hander Jim Miller. So Miller will face Bosch, Santiago, and Jackson here in the top of the 5th inning. Bosch with an RBI double in the 3rd inning, and he scored a little bit later in that inning when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Changing Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. 6th appearance for Miller. So I would imagine Bob Melvin would love to see Jim Miller get 3 innings.
I just think these are good outings for pitchers who may not pitch a lot but get an opportunity, and they get an opportunity to show what they can do on a consistent basis.
0-2 the count to Bosch. Foul. Bosch has a little bit of that Charlie Lau swing, where he releases the top hand.
Some very good hitters have done that. He's had Frank Thomas, a sample of the Charlie Lau theory.
Miller tries the breaking ball. It's inside.
I think there was anybody better than George Brett, who had Charlie Lau as a hitting coach, and George Brett did it to perfection, put him in the Hall of Fame, 3,000 plus hits.
One-two pitch. High fastball. Bosch chased it. So it was 8 runs and 8 hits in that 3rd inning by the Tigers. Obviously, that's the story in this game so far. Breaking ball bounced toward the shortstop, Pennington. Bosch is retired. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Authentic fans know where to find the best deal in Bay Area baseball. Comcast Sportsnet California's Authentic Fan Fridays at the Coliseum. Get a ticket at our value deck behind home plate, an A's trucker hat, a cheer card, and a $6 food and drink voucher, all for one great price. The best deal in Bay Area baseball is Comcast Sportsnet Authentic Fan Friday. So that's tomorrow. Right above us, fans that do go up there always have a good time. Pennington drifts out. He's got it. Santiago is retired.
The nice weather, that's a good time to be up there.
Yep.
They put us up there when it was freezing.
A little chilly, yeah. But we had fun with the crowd.
Now batting.
You almost fell over the railing a couple times, so I had to save you.
You almost pushed me.
Grabbed you and saved you. I would never let you fall.
I would never let you let me fall. There it is.
Place will be jumping tomorrow night. So 1-0 the count to Austin Jackson. Jackson is 1 for 3. Brandon Inge made a real nice play on him in the very 1st inning. Center field, and that's a base hit. See that one snaking as the ball went out to Reddick. That one was worse than the one that Reddick missed.
Well, the hanging slider that Austin Jackson hit, that's a pretty hittable pitch right in the middle of the plate. But you're right, you really have to concentrate in the outfield to catch balls that are rolling on the grass. That's why a lot of times on a ground ball to the outfield, a third base coach will not hesitate sending a runner to try to score, because the concentration the outfielder has to have to even catch the ball, much less set himself up to make a strong throw. He could rush it, snake away, and he ends up missing it completely. But, you know, watching Austin Jackson, remember, he was just like a strikeout machine. It seemed like every time he got to the plate, couldn't make contact, and what a changed hitter he has become. And a good, because the Yankees acquired by the Tigers and can patrol the outfield grass, the outfield at Comerica Park, but he definitely has turned into a very good hitter.
Yeah, if he just can cut down on the strikeout totals just a little bit, because he's got terrific speed, he's got pretty good power. He's not a real big guy, but he's got good power.
I think there's a case just like Jesus Montero, they catch for the Yankees. The Yankees want established players. They want a Curtis Granderson who is perfectly suited for Yankee Stadium.
Dirks with another hit. Eddie Dirks is 3 for 3 with a walk.
If the Yankees had Austin Jackson, they traded him to get the veteran Granderson, and Austin Jackson's going to turn out to be a very good center fielder and a very good player for a lot of years. And so is this young man. At least Dirks has become a major league hitter against the A's tonight.
It's Babe Dirks tonight.
Yeah. Tyler Teagard.
But that trade, that 3-team trade with all those players involved, you could probably say it's worked out for everybody. Tigers get Jackson and Scherzer. Diamondbacks are thrilled. They got a terrific pitcher in Ian Kennedy. There was a few other lesser names involved. Cabrera loops one base hit. Reddick charges. Jackson racing around. He will score. And it's another RBI hit for Miguel Cabrera. He's 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs.
Well, this is after 2 very quick outs to start the inning. 8 and 9. Ground ball, pop up to shortstop, and single.
And another hit by Cabrera to the right side.
Yeah. Well, basically, like a hanging curve or hanging slider. That's a very good pitch for somebody like Cabrera to hit as well as he did. But there's a runner in score position. And when Manny Ramirez joins the club, it's kind of the same we're going to see out of him for all the years that he's played. It's like Cabrera, you put a runner in scoring position, you find a way to get him in.
It seems like he very seldom pulls off a ball.
Except I was thinking exactly that. Remember a couple years ago when Ben Sheets was with the A's and Cabrera had missed about 4 days birth of a child.
Yeah.
Came back, took some early batting practice in the afternoon. First 2 at bats, home run right center. Next at bat, pulled it down the left field line. Yeah. He was really fooled.
A swing. Prince Fielder can't believe it. Looks like he checked this swing. Let's see. Now that's close.
That is a swing, kind of looped. The top head of the bat kind of looped a little bit, and that usually is an indication of a swing by the umpire who's making it. In this case, that way it didn't look like his body. That's a big body going forward, but maybe the bat didn't.
Prince Fielder swings like he is extremely angry at the baseball. He attacks it.
And his follow through is really angry. But he's a great home run hitter in a home run hitting contest. The All-Star game, I think they had it at his park in Miller Park, didn't they? When he just went off and hit everything.
Up and in. So 2-2 the count to Fielder with Dirks at second, Cabrera at first. Another run in. Breaking ball shot. Kyle Hui grabs it. Side. Retired. Prince Fielder can't believe it. Run on 3 hits. Bottom of the 5th coming up 10-2 Tigers.
TV show theme songs and presented by Xfinity begins after the A's play the Yankees, the New York Yankees, at the Coliseum. Bring the family your picnic blankets and your fleece blanket also, and enjoy the show from the outfield grass. On-field capacity is limited. It's limited cut. You have to get down there early to check. For tickets and information, go to OaklandAthletics.com. That's a fun night. The Yankees in town. The weekend series starting the 25th and the first fireworks show of the season. Get your fleece blanket tomorrow night. Bring your blankets and have a little picnic on the grass while the fireworks are the best, no doubt, the best in baseball.
Bottom of the 5th, Keeler Kaiahui leading it off. He homered in the 2nd, his first home run of the year. Angels had a, or not the Angels, the Rangers had a busy day today. Remember, they got rained out last night in Baltimore, so those two teams played a doubleheader today. They split the doubleheader. The first game just had some weird stuff going on. Baltimore won the first game 6-5. Chin over Lewis. Now, the Orioles hit 5 home runs in that game, including back-to-back in the bottom of the 1st.
Yep, first American League club to do that. That's amazing. That well, it's amazing. That's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
Back-to-back or just getting 1, but 3 to start a game.
To start a game. Strike called, 3-2. Flaherty, Hardy, Markakis, Jones, and Betemit hit home runs for the Orioles in that game. Again, Baltimore beat Texas 6-5. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Scherzer. Here's our Ford right choice. We're going to look at Jared Parker from Tuesday night. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks, 105 pitches. He got a no decision, but he pitched extremely well, and the young man looks like a keeper.
Pitched into the 7th all 3 games for the A's this season. Of course, in that game, he completed 7. 6 1/3, 6 2/3, and then went to 7. And yeah, he's definitely good. And I'm going to Tommy Malone about him. The pitcher will be on the mound tomorrow night. Change up from a right-hander. He's got a good one, and he has shown it so far. And whatever corrections Jared Parker made from spring training to the big leagues, it's amazing. Actually, in AAA, because he struggled in the spring to throw strikes, made some adjustments, and he's done a lot of that.
Parker will pitch on Sunday against Verlander. So if Parker's pitching Sunday, that means he would pitch the first game in San Francisco on Friday. So he'll get to hit the first interleague game.
Oh, the guys are excited. It's amazing to watch them in the clubhouse and put the batting gloves on and grab a bat and go up in the cage. Can't wait for the schedule to come out for next season, whenever every day there will be an interleague game, just because of the both leagues having 15 teams.
I bet it'll be the most anticipated baseball schedule,
yeah,
maybe ever. I mean, you know, it's a significant change with the Astros moving, and more importantly, yeah, the interleague game every day.
It's kind of weird to think how they're going to schedule makers will do it, but I guess
dying to know.
Those darts will have to be really efficient whenever they throw them against the board. No, they don't.
Well, it really, I think one of the biggest factors is how many, to have an interleague game every day, how many interleague games does each team have to play? Right. That's really sort of the main ingredient in that whole thing. I don't know. I guess you could probably do the math.
Don't want to.
Don't want to. Not that good.
Let the schedule makers do it. Maybe we should have Mickey Morbido, the director of team travel, come up and talk about it, because he will be getting the first schedule.
He will know before anybody else.
Exactly.
So we'll start bugging Mickey about end of July. Come on, Nick. Give us.
How about tomorrow?
I guarantee they're working on it.
Well, they've probably been working on it ever since they decided to put the Astros in the American League West.
Another nasty pitch from Scherzer. So that is out number 2. This is a tough pitch to hit.
Well, this was the back up rising cutter.
Michael Taylor.
Jack Cust, where are you?
Most swings and misses. Well, he's got 6 strikeouts. 4 of them swinging, 2 looking so far. He faces Michael Taylor. Taylor drives one left field. Dirk's going back, and he's got room. So Taylor just missed it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Max Scherzer. We're going to the 6th inning. All Tigers, they lead 10-2. Geico quote of the game. It has to do with Brandon McCarthy and his availability for Saturday. I didn't feel anything today. I felt fine. Not a concern at this point. I wasn't mentally hung up. Wasn't worried about it. It went the way I wanted it to, and at least be perfectly on course for Saturday. What he's talking about is he threw today in the bullpen. Shoulder bothering him just a little bit, but that was the quote that he had after throwing that bullpen session. So sounds like, anyways, he's good to go for Saturday. So that is very good news. And Brandon McCarthy. Delman Young to lead it off here in the 6th inning. Young, Avila, and Raber. So we told you about that first Oriole-Ranger game, which Baltimore won 6-5. Texas came back in game 2 and won 7-3. And another home run for Josh Hamilton, his 15th of the year.
It's going to put a lot of pressure on somebody, especially the Rangers, to sign him to a long-term contract.
Base hit right field. Young goes the other way. So leadoff single. Pitching matchups for the rest of the weekend. Porcello and Malone tomorrow. Pfister, McCarthy on Saturday. Verlander, Parker on Sunday. And then again, we will not see the Tigers until September.
Amazing thinking about seeing them now and then, not until September, and what changes will have been made, what records and direction the teams are going.
Well, the Tigers probably won't be playing 500 baseball, which is what they're playing right now. They're 15-15.
Between that guy and Cabrera, who knows what numbers they would have put up by then. Still probably an adjustment for Prince Fielder, and he spent his career in the National League and then coming to the American League, and that's where you can say interleague play might have helped, but not enough. And we're looking at prior to next year, at least in interleague play so far, what, 18 games?
And two very different ballparks, but he's got so much power, that any park is going to hold him down. But park in Milwaukee, very much a hitter's park.
Wouldn't know. Haven't been there.
The only game I went to there, the game ended in a tie. It's the All-Star game. I walked out and wait a minute, you can't have a tie.
They won't have another one either.
It will not happen again. We're going to go there someday, Ray. We're going to celebrate.
Well, we'll never see you. You'll be at Pop's house.
That's right, yeah. 2-2 to Avila. Yankees beat the Rays 5-3, so the Yankees win 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay. Sabathia 5-0, he's the winner. Price 5-2, he's the loser. Granderson a home run, he's got 11. The save for the Yankees went to Soriano. You know, listen, Rivera's the best. He's the greatest closer of all time. But I mean, the Yankees have two pretty good replacements. Soriano's a legitimate quality closer, and the Robertson guy is having a terrific season. Those are two pretty good options.
Well, in 2010, Soriano was the closer for the Rays.
And he was good.
And the Yankees signed him and gave him closer money. When you give a setup guy 3 years at $36 million, you're saying that we want you to set up Mariano Rivera and be there whenever he retires. Well, he's not going to retire. Matter of fact, he's coming back again next year, which we're all happy to hear. One thing, if Mariano Rivera gets his needs taken care of, Cutter would never go anywhere.
Strike 3 called. Overhand curve from Miller. Avila strikes out for the second time.
Jim Miller with a good fastball and just showing a very good curveball. The 0-12-6 drop.
Number 25.
Right over the top and a good
Ryan Rayburn.
So here's Rayburn. The Indians beat the Red Sox 8-3 at Fenway Park. So Boston is now 4-11.
What'd Josh Beckett do?
Not good.
Tell us about it.
I will. Josh Beckett went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 7 earned runs. Things are not going smoothly in Boston, and they're not going smoothly for Josh Beckett either.
Well, and unfortunately for him, they wanted Aaron Cook to pitch, and the big story was that on an off day, supposedly Beckett, who was nursing an injury, was playing golf.
Missed the start, pushed the start back, something like that. That's not a good move.
No. There was a rumor when we were back there that Beckett might be placed on the disabled list to make room for Aaron Cook, but they just decided to. Well, and Valentine actually said when we were back there he may go to a 6-man rotation because of Aaron Cook. Well, the Red Sox a tough time at Fenway. The question is now, will they continue to sell out every game?
Well, they're now 12-19 overall. Good fastball there, swing and a miss by Rayburn. Red Sox 7.5 out in the division. At this point, games back is not always a huge deal. But the teams in front of them are all playing pretty good baseball.
And two teams going head-to-head starting tomorrow night for the first time this season. Two teams that expected to contend in the Western Division will be going head-to-head in Arlington. Angels and the Rangers. And now there's a team. The Angels went 7 out starting play.
Yep.
7 behind the Rangers in 3-game series in Arlington. I wouldn't say that's a must-win series, and Mike Scioscia would never look at it that way, but I hate to think of what numbers would be coming out after that if, from the Angels standpoint, they're swept.
Plus, just a even if you win 2 out of 3, it's just at least a feel-good series where you show what you can do. Angels are playing better baseball. They've won 7 out of their last 10. 4 games under 500. So, interesting series to keep an eye on. Jack Hanahan hit a home run off Beckett in that game at Fenway. Three and 2 to Rayburn, who is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, hit a fly ball to right and a fly ball to center. Popped up behind home plate. Suzuki off with the mask, and Kurt has it. That's out number 2.
Now see, that's what you do as a catcher. You get your feet under yourself and you get under the ball and you catch it, because you know that if you get your feet under like that and you drop it or you don't put a glove on it, it should be an error. But Kurt Suzuki, this is how you make the play. Get the mask out of the way, go back and see the ball come back. See him pick up the steps back. Had a play just recently. The White Sox were in town. Similar ball, and catcher messed it up. No play.
No play. NP. no play, no error.
Amazing the number of catchers I've talked to since that. They said, that's always an error. How could that not be? Well, some places it's not.
Oh, 1 to Brennan Bosch. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Bosch has that big swing.
Look at him like Justin Smoke. The Mariners, big, strong. Smoke's a switch hitter, but both he and Bosch are very strong hitters and young players in the league that just going to get better and better.
Big bouncer. Weeks ranging to his left. Inside retired. Leadoff hit. Nothing else for the Tigers. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 10-2 Detroit. Like freeze cam. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer. 10-2 Tigers lead. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Scherzer has been good so far. Just a guy who a 2-run homer. He's got 6 strikeouts. He's walked 1. He's given up 3 hits. Weeks has one of those hits. Slapped a single in the left field in the third. .77 pitches for Scherzer. If the A's can do anything, maybe tire out the bullpen a little bit. But you got to get into that bullpen first.
I think Scherzer's going to make sure they don't have to. You mentioned the schedule. The games here, one trip for the Tigers here, and one trip for the A's of Detroit. You don't see the guys a lot. And that's the unfamiliarity. You look at the American League West, where you'll see the teams in the West, as the Tigers will see the teams of the Central 18, 19 times, and get a little bit more familiar with the pitchers that you're facing, the hitters you're seeing.
Well, and that's another thing that could happen next year is outside of your division, you may only see teams.
That's right.
2 series.
3 and 3.
I mean, that's
exactly.
very much a possibility.
And that's one thing we have heard, that in the new schedule, that's the way it's going to turn out.
3-2 to Weeks. Good swing. Fouled back. Pennington on deck, and then Reddick here in the bottom of the 6th. Weeks trying to get that average climbing in the right direction. And he is starting to hit the ball a little bit better. Strike 3 call. Could have been low.
Not tonight. Saturday, May 26th, it might have been then, is Pet Adoption Day at the Coliseum. 10,000 fans will receive an A's pet calendar courtesy of Central Garden and Pet when the A's play the New York Yankees. Walk off today's with your favorite A's players. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
Here's Pennington. Huge pitch strike to Pennington. Blue Jays beat the Twins in Minnesota 6-2. That game just went final a little bit ago. Alvarez over Marquis. Only good news for the Twins, Willingham hit another homer. He's got 7. But it is ugly for the Twins.
Yes, it is.
They have the worst record in baseball. Dirks in left field now comes in. He's under, and that's out number 2. Well, be sure to log on to csnbayarea.com and chat with senior insider Ray Ratto. Have lunch with Ray every Friday at noon. He'll tackle any question you have in the sporting world. Let Ray brighten your day Friday at noon. csnbayarea.com, your home for authentic Bay Area sports.
Listen, if you have lunch with Ray Ratto, he will brighten your day.
That will be fun. Ray in the building tonight.
Oh, the veteran.
Yes, he is. Been around a long time, and we're glad he's with us on the Comcast team. He's good.
Got the nice looking sweaters I've ever seen him on. I mean, he's always decked out nice.
Man, Ray.
Sharp look.
See, and I say Ray Ratto, I think he's a very good writer. Doesn't mean I agree with everything he writes, but I think he's good. I don't think you should judge a sports writer on whether you
by what he writes,
or whether you like it or don't like it, right?
Well, we'll let the people when they have lunch with him.
I don't think you agree with me. I can tell.
About what he writes?
No.
Oh, you don't want to judge him by what he writes, right?
No, I said
What did you say?
You don't have to always agree with a sports writer to think that they are a good writer.
Right. That's true. That's true. In other words, he's opinionated in some of the things you may or may not like, right?
Down the right field line. Do we like this? Bosch into the corner, plays it off the wall, and Reddick around second, and he's going to make it to third with a stand-up triple. So Reddick came close to pumping one out of here. He ends up with a triple. So that's hit number 4 for the A's.
Another 2-strike pitch, and for Josh Reddick that turned it over to Cheers. It made mislocation. I think Josh thought he got a one-handed swing. Just think if he used 2. It definitely would have gone out, but Bosch couldn't get to it, bounced off. And, you know, when you're rounding third or second and you hit for third and you don't see the third baseman close to the bag, you know you've got a pretty good chance to get a triple.
The rally hat worked.
What is that?
It worked, so we like it.
Is that the trucker cap that you're giving away?
Here's Gomes. Can he try to knock in a run? Fastball drops a little bit low. See a note on the Blue Jays. They signed Vladimir Guerrero to a minor league deal. How about that?
That is great, because at one time Damon, Dad Vlad, and Matsui all were without a job. So Matsui had a minor league contract with the Rays, and Damon, of course, with the Indians, and now Vladimir Guerrero.
Same deal, minor league.
Yep. Just can't get it out of the system. Don't blame him.
Vlad, 37 years old, 449 career home runs. He goes to extended spring training, get himself ready, and I would imagine he will be in a Blue Jays uniform before long.
Just think if, well, actually both clubs, the Blue Jays and the Rays, train in Florida, so Matsui and Bad Vlad probably extended spring training. That's right. Playing against each other.
So 1-2 to Gomes.
Home runs getting minor league contracts, but good to see that both guys have a chance to get back to big leagues. We enjoyed Hideki Matsui. It means Roger Connors is going to be busy down in Florida. Right. His interpreter.
And the Baltimore Orioles signed Miguel Tejada to a minor league deal. So Tejada back with the team that he played with for quite a while, the Orioles. So teams seeing what they need, and then there's a veteran out there that fits what they need. You grab it. Strike 3 called inside corner. 2 more strikeouts for Scherzer. He's got 8. We're through 6 at the Coliseum. 10-2 Detroit. State in 1996, ace center fielder Ernie Young goes 4 for 5, including 3 home runs. At that time, he had the fewest career home runs of any player to ever hit 3 homers in a game. Ernie Young, 1996.
Can we go back and look at that center field? What were they doing in center field? You know what they were building, Mount Davis.
It was that made it a sad year if they were building Mount Davis, unfortunately. Kurt Suzuki is out of the game as Anthony Recker takes over behind home plate.
I remember about when they were building the Mount Davis, of course, the refrigerator out there doing wine dancing and all that. but or Hershiser is pitching for the Indians. Kenny Lofton playing center. Mark McGuire hit one halfway up, straightaway center field. Lofton got back the wall and jumped. I mean, a great basketball player in college, but come on. The ball was up. I think it hit the refrigerator, the guy dancing. You never sit so high. That's the season the A's started in Las Vegas. Started the season there, and Ernie Young started a triple play.
That's right. One of the greatest plays of all time. Santiago is retired by Taylor. Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Lucy from San Jose asks, when can we expect to see Brett Anderson and Dallas Braden pitching at the major league level?
Now batting, number 14, Austin Jackson.
Well, we can't give you an exact time. We do know that Brett Anderson is maybe a little bit ahead of schedule. Dallas Braden started playing catch again on Monday.
Dallas is with the club, or he's here with the A's and working out, doing his rehab.
I think if we threw any dates out there, we'd be assuming, and we just don't know with those two guys.
But it is encouraging, of course, to see Dallas Braden throwing again, or know that he is throwing, but even more so for Brett Anderson to be ahead of schedule. Tommy John surgery, and it used to be 12 months plus, but now they're pitchers coming back and not rushing them. The point is just a natural occurrence where they're getting back quicker and sometimes less than a year.
Two for four for Austin Jackson. That one is a strike. A couple other notes from around Major League Baseball today. See where the Angels put Chris Iannetta on the disabled list, and that's not good. Fractured wrist.
That is not good.
Yeah. He's going to undergo surgery tomorrow. Inch. Guns it across, and that's out number 2. From what I understand, he got hit by a pitch last week in the wrist, but played for a while, very much bothering him, and then they found that it was fractured.
Said, oh, by the way, let's get an x-ray.
Yeah, so they're talking about 6 to 8 weeks. So that's a blow for the Angels.
And he was doing a good job of handling the pitching staff and an offensive upgrade.
Decent player.
Yeah, definitely. Traded Jeff Mathis. They wanted to open up the number 5 so they could give it to Albert Pujols. Just saw Jeff Mathis. Blue Jays, tough night Tuesday night coming in.
Swing and a miss by Dirks. We're talking about how tough it is for the Minnesota Twins right now with their 8-23 record. They put Lariano in the bullpen. He was really struggling. But their young third baseman, Danny Valencia, who 2 years ago, Ray, finished 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting in the American League. Dirks rolls one into center field. They send him to the minor leagues. He was a pretty good player, but took a couple steps backward, and now he's in the minor leagues. Andy Dirks is 4 for 4.
Now batting, number 24.
Came in hitting .339, and he is up that considerably. And strong young hitter, boy, and you're hitting in front of Cabrera and Fielder. I wouldn't say you're going to get so many great pitches, but he's handled whatever he's gotten tonight.
And he's going to take the rest of the night off. So Danny Worth is the pinch runner. Dirks is out. 4 for 4 with a walk. Scored a couple of runs. And here's Cabrera. Cabrera is also 4 for 4. 3 singles, a double, and 3 RBI. Lefty Cope, righty Dotel. So Cabrera now with 25 RBIs on the year.
I'd like to see if our good producer Delaire Dolores could get a shot of Miguel Cabrera from last year.
So how much do they say he lost?
20.
He looks good.
He looks noticeably thinner, and of course still very strong. Delaire, Tommy, to find a photo from last year.
He does look a lot thinner. Just seeing that shot right there.
I think he realized that playing third base you need the mobility, and the range definitely is added to it.
He's retired for the first time. 7th inning stretch coming up from the O.co Coliseum. 10-2 Detroit. One of this 4-game series. They lead 10-2 over the A's. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Couple of changes. Ryan Rayburn moves from second to left field. Worth, the pinch runner, stays in the game at second base. And Andy Dirks is done for the night. So here's Smith. Smith, Inge, and Kaihue against Scherzer. 95th pitch from Scherzer coming up. Smith had a base hit in the 4th inning. He walked and scored in the 2nd.
Hey guys, you got to start swinging the bat, because I think the way this game is going, anything close,
he's going to call it.
You can't be thinking about taking pitches, because Mike Everett's strike zone is one of those that it's really not his fault. It's just one of those things, and there he does. He swings at a pitch that probably would or maybe should have been called the ball, the previous one, but he figured he's going to call it. I better swing, and that's not a bad idea.
So good night for Seth Smith with 2 singles and a walk.
Two-seamer. See, the movement starts in and goes straight down, and that's a very good pitch by Scherzer, but better hitting by Seth Smith.
So the leadoff man aboard, here's Inge. In for a strike. Change up, 82 miles an hour. Foul out and a double play grounder for Brandon Inge. Inge playing his old team, probably kind of strange for him. 11 years with the Tigers.
I thought it was great that the players, all his former teammates, came to see him. I mean, came up to find him and talk to him, and that was a special feeling for Brandon Inge, because it just shows the friendships that he had developed playing with the Tigers and been in the organization his entire career.
Well, Ray, when the A's picked up Brandon Inge, there was a lot of people who told us, you're going to love this guy.
Absolutely. And they were correct.
Behind in the count, 1-2 to Scherzer. And he checks his swing, and he goes around, says Paul Schreiber. So that's a strikeout for Inge. So that is the 9th strikeout for Scherzer. But this was before the game, and it was a nice moment. I think Brandon probably enjoyed it a great deal.
Number 25, Hila Kahue.
You know, he said he lost the ball in the lights when he hit it.
Well, that makes sense.
And that's when he ducked down to get under the lights to worry about whether the ball was going to hook foul.
So all the Tigers probably saw the highlight and they're saying, what were you doing?
Exactly. You know, when a player is traded, or in this case is acquired, Brandon Anderson is on waivers, you have a meeting, which the A's always have before first game in the series. Brandon, you didn't check the swing. That shouldn't have been caught. But you always say, well, you know, you're with the Tigers, give us all the information. You don't know, because when you're playing with a team, Brandon Anderson, third base, he said, I'm playing behind the pitchers, and I know what they do, but what can you learn? You know, and as far as the hitters, how you pitch them. Because I think a lot of cases you never expect to be traded. You don't want to go to another ball club. So you don't really concentrate on your teammates to figure out how to pitch them. Or in the case of pitchers, what to look for.
1-1 to Kahue. But in a situation where he was with the Tigers this year, would the Tigers change all their signs?
Oh yeah, that's usually something that's customary. That, except if they figure a hitter didn't know the signs, didn't have to worry about it. But Brandon, no. But that's usually something. And I'm sure Brandon ends with Gene Lamont, the veteran third base coach. He might have been looking at him to see if there's anything similar. Of course, tonight haven't really needed to put on a sign. Gene Lamont's been kind of standing there, just waving his arm over the guy's in. But probably you're right. The signs would be the one change.
One thing you could change.
Yeah. There's the former manager, Gene Lamont. Lloyd McClendon, the hitting coach, to his right, our left. There's Lloyd, former player. Of course, these guys worked together many, many years with the Pirates. And Gene Lamont had them with the Tigers.
So Kahue gets the walk. So a little something going for the A's. A's Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Swing away for big league cash only at Cache Creek. Visit CacheCreek.com for more details. It's the second walk issued by Scherzer, and it's going to be his last. Scherzer's got that look like he could be in a little bit of disbelief when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Dotel coming in. Nine strikeouts, a couple of walks. And he has gone after 106 pitches. So he hands it over to the veteran reliever, Octavio Dotel. Dotel in his 14th year in the big leagues. Signed as a free agent in the offseason, 1 year, $3.5 million. Tigers needed a veteran arm in their bullpen, so they brought in Dotel. First pitch to Recker is in for a strike. Dotel was part of that big trade that the Cardinals and the Blue Jays made. Foley Rasmus. Kind of a surprising trade at the time, but it turned out to be a genius move by the Cardinals. They needed a couple of quality arms in their bullpen. Recker towards center. Austin Jackson has it. Smith will tag and go to third. Kaihue stays at first, so that's out number 2.
Yeah, that's for Octavio Dotel being part of the Cardinals and that remarkable comeback. I say A's had him as a closer.
Right fielder, number 23.
13 teams, one of those with the Athletics, and keep moving around. And I think one of the interesting things about the Cardinals last year, they seemed to always win down the stretch on getaway days. And it was always happy flight. And of course, everybody always wants to win on the getaway day if you're on the road because of the travel, and that became their theme, happy flight, and they just kept winning. I think it ended in the World Series. They didn't win maybe the last game in Texas or something like that, traveling back, but they won the most important games, 6 and 7 in St. Louis.
And Dotel, when he got to St. Louis, pitched well. 29 games, he had 32 strikeouts in 24 innings. And he got a ring out of it. How about that?
Yes, he did.
Fastball right by Taylor, swing and a miss. He was with the A's and got traded to the A's in 04 and then pitched with the A's in 05. So he spent a little time here in Oakland. Taylor hangs in there, shoots it to the right side. Foul.
It's amazing to spend the career in the big leagues, which Dotel has, and to have 2 pitches, fastball, slider, but kind of slings the ball. He's had good health with his right arm, and it's been a good one.
And the breaking ball, and Taylor swings and misses, so that's 10 strikeouts by A's hitters tonight, and we're going to the A's, still 10-2. Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Chevrolet, proud to support youth baseball in cities and towns across the country. New pitcher for the A's, it's the lefty Jerry Blevins coming in. So Jim Miller goes 3 innings, gives up a run on 5 hits. Blevins gets Fielder, Young, and Avila. It's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Good numbers for Blevins. This is his 12th appearance. 2-0 now to Prince Fielder, who is 0 for 4. He did knock in a run in the 3rd inning. Runner at 30 to ground ball to Kai Hui, who could not handle it, so he reached on the air and got an RBI. That's his 16th RBI. Fastball first strike. Prince Fielder, that 9-year contract, the total was $214 million. So he's going to be a Tiger through the year 2020. Miguel Cabrera is signed through 2015. Good breaking ball from Blevins, and he strikes out Prince Fielder.
And a very good curveball. He threw it hard, and Prince Fielder tried to make contact. No such luck, and that's the way Jerry Blevins needs to throw the curveball. He wants to, and throw it hard, especially for the lefties, and not hang it. Location. I would say before 2015 comes, load up the Brinks trunk for Mr. Cabrera.
Yep.
And
keep them together.
Absolutely.
Both of them are under 30. I think that was probably the major difference in the Albert Pujols situation and the Prince Fielder situation. Prince is 27 years old. Was Albert 32?
32.
Yeah. So that's 5 years is a lot of time.
Well, Albert 11 seasons with the Cardinals,
yeah.
And some very, very good years with the Cardinals. And
starting to hit a little bit with the Angels.
Yeah. Oh, he will. You don't hit for 11 years the way he did with St. Louis and then stop hitting. Just doesn't happen.
Inch up the line. Kai Hui takes care of that.
Hey folks, tweet up with the Oakland A's on Tuesday. What does that mean? BI? That's on June the 5th. Your special field level ticket includes early access to the Eastside Club where appetizers and non-alcoholic beverages will be served. A's players will join in for a Q&A session followed by local media members. Tweet at Athletics your question for all Q&A sessions using #Athletics tweetup.
Did you really just ask our stat guy?
VI. What does tweet up mean? VI didn't know?
We'll find out in the break. You will. I know what it means. Avila's retired. 10-2, bottom of the 8th coming up.
Deck? No way!
Here's our game summary. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, and it's not that pretty, folks. It's 10-2. Tigers with 10 runs on 16 hits, no errors. A's 2-5-2. Scherzer, pretty good tonight. 9 strikeouts at 6 in the third. Bartolo Colon, a big-time struggle. Gave up 8 runs, 7 earned in 2 1/3 innings. And the only runs for the A's, a 2-run homer by Keelan Kaiahue. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. The lefty Phil Koch comes in. So Dotel got the final 2 outs in the 7th inning. Koch takes over here in the bottom of the 8th. Don Kelly comes in the game in the right field. Kelly takes over for Bosch.
Second baseman, number 19, Jamal Weeks.
So Koch to face Weeks. Koch, another guy who was involved in that 3-team trade that we've talked about a couple times tonight. He was originally with the Yankees. So Weeks swings around to hit from the right side. He's 1 for 3. A ground out, a single, and a strikeout, and he loops him down the right field line. It's fine. Happy youngster, he's sticking it out. Tough night if you're an A's fan, but there will be a smile on his face on the way home, right before he goes to sleep.
Parents are smiling already. Got the good seats, got the good baseball, and anytime you can get a baseball in a major league game used. Doing something. Well, it's saying, is your hand still hurt?
And tell me where it hurts. Austin Jackson to his right. And that's out number 1. Here's our Chevron pitching matchup. Tomorrow night's game between the A's and the Tigers. Rick Porcello, 3-2. Tommy Malone, 4-2. So a couple of youngsters, but Porcello's been around for a while. Started out pretty young. And Tommy Malone had his 4th win in St. Petersburg. He struggled early, but let the A's offense come back, and he picked up his 4th win. There's Porcello. A's have seen him a fair amount over the years. Sogard hitting for Pennington. For him, and he gets some action. Fielder goes down, makes a nice play, steps on the bag. So the big guy moves around pretty well at first. He's actually become a decent first baseman. A lot of hard work.
I think a lot of credit goes also to Miguel Cabrera that he agreed to move to third base. But you're right. Prince Fielder was his dad, Cecil Fielder, played many years with the Tigers. But I don't know that his dad had that kind of range. That's a very good play by Prince Fielder tonight, who really struggled at the plate, but definitely turned around defensively and has had a good night.
First pitch to Reddick from Koch is a strike on the outside corner.
Dave Dombrowski, the president of the Yankees, everything a conversation to Miguel Cabrera. Are you willing to go back to third base where you played with the Marlins? Because a chance to sign Prince Fielder. I mean, he could have balked at it and said no, and then it's been a little tough for the Tigers, I think, to sign Prince Fielder.
And it sounds like Victor Martinez may be back at the end of the year. How much he will help them, that remains to be seen.
But also a lot of credit to their owner, Mike Ilitch, who had to approve a huge deal like that for Prince Fielder, but he did.
Well, the first is wide by Cabrera, and Reddick is going to be at second base. So Cabrera charged it, do or die play, and he threw it wide.
Well, we haven't heard from the in-house, but the scoreboard has already announced a base hit, E5.
Looked like he had it beat anyways.
Yes, it was really not a play for Miguel Cabrera. Otherwise, just maybe working on the play, but it was not going to throw out Josh Reddick. He was playing deep at third.
So Reddick ends up at second. He's got his second hit tonight, 2 for 4. And here's Gomes. Gomes 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to center field. If you look down the road for the Tigers and you get Victor Martinez back, and the heart of your order is Cabrera and Fielder and Martinez and Alex Avila. That's 4 pretty good hitters. Off-speed pitch, a good one from Coke.
Really, Jim Leland right now with Victor Martinez not up in play. He's their everyday DH pretty much, that's kind of rotating the outfielders in the DH spot. But Victor comes back with his bat. He'll be the everyday DH, and then the outfielders, whoever it might be. Delman Young is DH in the night. But nice problem for Jim Leland to have, especially to get a bat back like Victor.
That one hit hard. Nice play. Santiago gets up, throws, and not in time. Gomes beat it out. A terrific play by Santiago. But Gomes, as we have said, runs pretty well.
Well, he runs hard and runs well, and that's impressive. And again, this is a blowout, but Johnny Gomes robbed of an RBI because the ball was headed in the outfield, but Santiago maybe took a little bit extra time thinking he might have had a chance to throw out Johnny Gomes without a problem, but underestimated maybe the speed and the hustle of the A's DH tonight. Plus, I think Santiago wanted to make sure he had a good enough grip that he didn't throw it wildly, allowing the run to score. Reddick has to stop at third.
First pitch to Seth Smith, swing and a miss, in on the hands. Smith, a very good night, 2 for 2 with a walk. Outfield shaded just a little bit toward left center. Gomes will get second base. Indifferent, so it's officially a fielder's choice.
Ball right field. Let's see if they see it. Josh Reddick is pointing to it. Now they stop play.
So Don Kelly takes care of it. Phil Koch started last year in the rotation for the Tigers. Did not go that well. He realized he could be pretty valuable in the bullpen. And that's the way it turned out. He made 14 starts last year. Two and one to Smith, trying to keep the inning going. The A's can add to their 2-run total. Sharp breaking ball, no swing, says Laz Diaz.
Definitely no swing. Should have been checked.
No hitters count for Smith. Brandon Inge in the on-deck circle. And Koch misses outside. The bases are loaded. 2-out rally. So now Koch will face Inge.
Or not.
Or not.
I just wonder if Jim Leland would not allow a lefty to face Inge, and he's not. He's going to bring in the righty. So even with an 8-run lead, he's not going to take a chance. And sure, a pitcher might be disappointed to come out of a game figuring the way it is, but give up two out hits and a walk. See you later.
And we'll be back. With the bases loaded. And that sent us all home happy. The A's scored a run to tie that game at 3, and then the grand slam made it a 7-3 final. Tonight 10-2, and the new pitcher is Colin Ballister. Ballister facing Inge. That one's hit to right. That's hit well. Don Kelly going back, and it is gone. Wow. Grand slam Inge. He says hello to his old teammates. 10-6.
And that number 10's not happy. I don't care if he likes Brandon Inge or not, he does not happy, but that was a great shot. Gary Kemler with that look on his face as he got towards second base and kind of like, did you believe that? What a great shot. Opposite field, took a fastball down the middle, and the second one, oppo. So 3 home runs for Brandon Inge, a 3-run shot, and 2 grand slams.
No biggie.
No biggie at all, but look at this shot. He did it to left field Tuesday, opposite field, and this is something doing at the Coliseum at nighttime. But what a great swing. Probably thought he had up over the wall. We had the shot of him going to second base. And to Rayburn, what a great swing. That's a classic all extension and opposite field. And boy, did it sound great coming off the bat of Brandon Inge. Clearly over the out-of-town scoreboard. Look at this. Watch this. Look. That's great. That's beautiful. He can hit, folks. He can hit. And he has to be happy, happy, happy. And they're happy for him as well.
Sure.
The big boys.
Number 53, Joaquin Benoit.
So Joaquin Benoit comes in.
That's great. Well, I think you said it best, and see the smile on Bob Melvin's face. He wanted Brandon Inge. He'd always tell him, you know, pat the seat next to him. And Brandon said, not yet, not yet. And, well, when the opportunity came, one of the things that Brandon Inge said about joining the Athletics, and no doubt, as essentially a free agent, could have signed with anybody, he said Bob Melvin made the difference. And having been with him in Detroit, and obviously getting a chance to play every day, and he is here. So all of a sudden, from 10-2 to 10-6, and it's still the 8th inning, and who knows the comeback the A's might have in store again tonight.
Well, it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up at Smog expert. So Joaquin Benoit, he's the setup man, and he comes in. 4th reliever used. The first 3, Dotel, Koch, and Ballister, got a total of 4 outs. So here's Kaiaoe. And the first pitch drops low.
When Matt Holliday joined the club a few years ago, and as the opening night hit a ball similarly to right field. And I guess the Coors Field's a home run. It did. Ernest made the wall here, and it was that look of, you got to be kidding me. Hit a ball that hard. Well, Brandon Inge just did the same thing, and his went over the scoreboard for a grand slam. So at nighttime, Coliseum, it's quite a shot.
Two-0 pitch, not close. 3-0. Remember, this all started with 2 outs. And it was the little slow roller down the third base line by Reddick. Kaiaoe taking all the way, and that's in first strike. Jose Valverde, the closer. Will we see him tonight? Good swing there, fouls. So for Inge, 4 RBIs on Sunday, 4 RBIs Tuesday. Don't think he drove in a run on Wednesday. 4 RBIs on Thursday. So 12 RBIs in his last 4 games.
3 swings. 4 swings, but
so payoff pitch to Kaiaoe, and he rips it fair. Pass fielder down the right field line. Kaiaoe digging for second, and he's got a double. Well, they just will not go away.
Well, and again, that's credit to Bob Melvin and the way they play, and they just don't quit. 11-1 in Boston, 11-6 the final, 10-2 here. It's 10-6 now, and just keeps going. Prince Fielder grabbing Paul Schreiber, the first base umpire.
Number 26, Anthony Recker.
So here's Recker. Recker came in the 7th inning. Kurt Suzuki. Recker hit a fly ball to center field, so his second at bat. That one is outside. So the game is interesting again, 10-6. If Recker could keep the inning going. Swing and a miss. There's that off-speed pitch from Benoit. It's a good one.
The game slows down a lot when Benoit gets in the game. I mean, just very deliberate, but it is a hard slider. Does have a good one. Added to the Tigers bullpen. A veteran that he has been.
Another slider. This time Record takes it. It's outside. 2-1 to count. Well, the A's have done what we had hoped, Ray. They've worked over the bullpen a little bit, and now the setup man is in the game. Three and one. On deck, Michael Taylor.
See, Benoit had to ask Mike Evers, that pitch away. He's been down the bullpen watching the strike zone change.
So Record sitting at a 3-1 count. He had a good swing and he fouled it straight back.
Might have been ball 4. Looking fastball, you get it, but you have to be selective enough. As the A's need base runners.
So now full count with Kaihue at second. Get real interesting with a base hit here. And another good swing. Record pops a foul back.
Well, a walk would be huge as well. Just anything to get on base to keep the inning going. And Johnny Gomes talking to Brad Edge. Remember, too, his hustle. Infield hit, Santiago. Deep and short. Johnny Gomes beat it out for an infield hit, keeping the inning going. And then a walk to Smith. Good at bat by him, and then the grand slam.
So another 3-2 to Record. And it's high, walked it. The inning continues. The A's have batted around.
Oh, don't stop her around his neck, huh?
Now batting, right fielder, number 23, Michael Taylor.
So 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, Big Mike can drop another double down the right field line like he did Tuesday. Get that inning started.
6 consecutive A's hitters have reached base. And of course, right in the middle of all that was Inge, the grand slam. First pitch to Taylor. Strike called on the outside corner.
Well, this happened on Tuesday when Cordero, leading off the 9th inning, Taylor dropped it down the right field line. A double. Then Weeks sacrificed in the 3rd. Pennington got the hit to tie the game, and a couple of walks and the grand slam.
Benoit goes back out there. This time it's off the plate. 1-1 the count. Jemiah Weeks would be next if Taylor can keep the inning going. A's have scored 4. Swing and a miss. He swung at a pitch that was up and out of the strike zone. 1-2 the count.
And for it to be high for Michael Taylor, that's saying something. And you know, it's a pitch that hitters a lot of times just cannot stop their swing. They like to just look down, zone down, and anything above that area, just take it, because clearly out of the strike zone.
So Taylor's going to have to fight here. 1-2 the count. Again, it's up and away. 2-2. "17 pitches for Benoit. And this is just the 3rd hitter he has faced. Bullpen is quiet for the Tigers. But I got to believe Valverde's close to getting up. 2-2 pitch swing and a miss. Taylor strikes out, splitter, and it was a good one. But the A's have made it interesting. Brandon Inge, a grand slam against his former team. So we're headed to the 9th inning. It's now 10-6.
Sports movie night driven by Chevrolet this Saturday. Post-game highlights for this event include a movie viewing on the field and an autograph item for kids 14 and under. In addition, all participants will receive a snack after the game. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or go to oaklandathletics.com/esports. You must purchase a special ticket for this event to participate in the festivities.
All right. Having a good time. Makes my head hurt when they do that.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for Detroit, number 25.
All right.
Ryan.
But it's time for change things. Speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and Smog experts. Grant Balfour comes in. So Balfour will try to keep the deficit at 4 as he makes his 17th appearance. Sogard stays in the game at shortstop. So the first pitch to Ryan Rayburn is a fastball outside. So have a light schedule. There's Valverde around Major League Baseball. Just 4 other games going on in the American League, and we gave you those scores. Just 1 game in the National League. Steven Strasburg won again in the Nationals. Beat Pittsburgh 4-2. So 6 games total in the big leagues today. Ray mentioned the Angels and the Rangers will play this weekend. First time they're seeing each other this year. You see the matchup tomorrow night? Yu Darvish and C.J. Wilson. So that's a good matchup. Interesting. A lot of people feel like the Rangers decided, let's sign Yu Darvish instead of C.J. Wilson.
Well, reading one article and said that John Daniels, general manager for the Rangers, got a call or called C.J. Wilson and said, what does it take for you to not sign with the Angels? And he said, how about a contract offer? Because Rangers pretty much didn't do anything.
Probably a fair answer.
Yeah. I think they offered him before the season began last year. It was a 3-year deal.
That's not going to get it done.
Nope. No, not for a free agent. pitching being at a premium, that's you're going to find a market that's going to be willing to pay. So I'm sure he will get a less than rousing ovation. There will be those who will cheer because of what he did to help them win the American League Championship each of the last 2 seasons. But coming in now as an opposing pitcher might be a little bit different. And there will be a sellout for the next 3 games in Arlington, Texas. They've been selling out anyway.
Good atmosphere. A's will be down there next week, Wednesday and Thursday. 2 in Anaheim, 2 in Texas, and then 3 at San Francisco. That's next week for the A's. First A's player to hit 2 Grand Slams in a 3-game span since Jimmy Fox in 1932. So good company for Brandon Inge. Line drive towards center, and Reddick misplayed it and goes by him. Rayburn is going to hit second with a double.
Just made Rayburn a happy camper. His first hit tonight. The only one, I think, maybe one other that didn't have a hit, but Josh Reddick, who's played very well in right field. And with Cespedes out, this ball had to be knuckling at him. Started, and this out just took off, knuckle to his right. And I just don't see an established outfielder miss a ball that badly, but with a knuckle, it took off very hard.
So Don Kelly steps in, his first at bat. That is the 17th hit for the Tigers in this game. So Kelly hitting in Bosch's spot, and that pitch sails right past Recker. It bounces back toward him, but Rayburn races for third.
He had a chance to throw Rayburn out, because when he turned around, I think Recker might have been a little bit shocked that it came back the way it did. But airmail came straight back, and Reddick just could not handle it. He handled it cleanly. Might have been able to throw out. Jeez. Just knocked the backdrop sign down. Very check the signage.
Cash Creek is not having it. That one bounced. Weeks has it. Runner holds. He'll flip to Kaiahue, so that's 1 out. So Kelly cannot get it done.
Now batting, number 39, Ramon Santiago.
So here's Santiago. Valverde is about loose out in the bullpen. Santiago's 1 for 4. He knocked in a run with a double in that big 3rd inning. That is the inning that Tigers scored 8. Rayburn at third, and the pitch is outside, 1-1. Infield stays in. Outfield is playing very shallow for Santiago. And the squeeze, bunt is missed, and they're going to have Rayburn in a rundown. Now he heads back toward home plate, and Kaiahue, the first baseman, ends up putting the tag on. So Santiago missed the bunt, and that kind of left Rayburn, left him hanging, and he gets tagged out.
Well, unfortunately for the A's, it was not a very good pitch to bunt. Pitch was down. He just jabbed at it. Ball was in the dirt, blocked by Recker, and one too many throws as Recker was running him back, but still got the job done. And he's able to thwart any possibility of Tigers stealing a run.
Balfour knocks it down, throws in time, so just like that, the inning is over. Bottom of the 9th coming up. We need some action from the A's. Valverde's coming in. Look out. Series. Game 2 is going to feature Tommy Malone against Rick Porcello. Coverage begins at 6:30 with A's pregame live. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet. So that's tomorrow night, 6:30. Join us. Here's Jose Valverde. It's pretty fun, folks. I got to tell you, he makes us laugh.
Drank all that water. Kind of reminds us of Max Paxton. 1, 2, 3.
Go get him.
Max Paxton could drink water, and like the geyser would drop. He'd like he had a gallon of water in his mouth. There he comes.
You got to have a little fun.
Yeah, he's a closer. They're supposed to be that way.
So Valverde's in. He is the closer, and he's pretty good. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. So it is not a save situation, but I think Jim Leland does not like the way this game is going toward the end. So he's hoping to put a clamp on it. Valverde trying to protect a 4-run lead. Top of the order in Weeks, then Sogard and Reddick. First pitch, bounce toward third. Cabrera was playing in, flips it across, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Valverde.
Time now for the AT&T U-verse reverse replay, and boy, it's a good one. Going to the double X category, you're doing something. That's what Brandon Inge did. As he went yard deep to right field, a grand slam. Prince Fielder gave him a little chuckle as he rounded the bases.
So 1 out for Sogard. First pitch is outside, so 5 relievers used since the 7th inning, including 2 outs in the 7th inning. Valverde last year was terrific. He pitched in 75 games. He had 49 saves.
49 for 49. What did he do the first save situation opportunity this year?
Blew it.
Yep. He was good last year, and it's kind of unique in his delivery. Hides the ball well, as Sogard just found out.
He's been an all-star the last 2 years for the Tigers. Most consecutive saves in Major League Baseball history. Gagne, 84. That was a pretty good show. Gagne coming into a game at Dodger Stadium. Valverde. Lidge. 1-2 to Sogard. Grounded out to first in the 8th inning. Valverde started with Arizona, Houston for 2 years. This is his 3rd year in Detroit. He'll be a free agent at the end of the year.
Well, one guy there's no doubt the Tigers were depending on or hoping for is a Mike. 100-mile-an-hour fastballer. And look out for him so well with various injuries and out of the system.
Coming in is Rayburn, dives, and he caught it. Very, very nice play by the left fielder Ryan Rayburn. Remember, he started this game at second base. Got a new glove, went out to left field. Check this out.
Well, he's playing shallow enough that he could get a good jump and rob Eric Sogard of an extra, or at least a base hit. Sogard came into the game last inning and 2 at-bats.
So Reddick steps in. Reddick struck out his first 2 at-bats, but then a triple in the 6th, a single in the 8th. He scored in the 8th, so 2 for 4. Batting average at .272. First pitch a strike from Valverde. us tomorrow night. You can join us all weekend. All 4 games, obviously, will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet in California. Reddick takes a big rip, and he's behind in the count 0-2. A's with 9 hits in the game. The Tigers with 17. Valverde. Oh, he's ready. Reddick can get aboard. Gomes would hit.
Watching Valverde kind of reminds me, not of that, but when the double uniforms came out, Nicky Lolich pitching for the Tigers, his business was a donut maker.
Yeah. So what he's saying?
He kind of looked like it.
He ate a few.
But he could pitch.
He could. Yeah.
Great left-handed pitcher. And there was he and Denny McClain, and it was Lolich in the '68 World Series that was the big winner. Double dits, when they first came out, did not really help a lot of players because they were form-fitting and everything showed. And that's.
So Mickey had a little extra on mid-section.
He did. Yeah, but it was a nice place for him to kind of come to a set position.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Had to have something to land on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Nope.
So 1-2 to Reddick. Left side stays alive, does Reddick. Well, the Tigers trying to get up over the 500 mark. The A's trying to avoid falling back to the 500 mark. Valverde, a long look in, and again a 1-2 to Reddick. Lays off the high fastball, 94 miles an hour. So Valverde still throws pretty hard. And he's deliberate on the mound. Do we have to get a clock on him? I don't want to have to do that.
I think it's been more than 12 seconds.
It's been clearly more than 12 seconds. Swing and a miss. So he finishes it with a fastball. Reddick strikes out, and that's the ball game. Tigers win it 10-6. The A's make it interesting. Brandon Inge with the grand slam in the 8th inning. But in the end, the A's come up well short. They strike out 12 times tonight. So game 1 of this 4-game series goes to the Detroit Tigers. 10-6 is your final. The A's now 16-16 on the year. The Tigers, they go to 16-15. You've been watching Oakland A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Dave Benz and Shooty Babbitt is set to start right now.